Thank you very much. In the Man in Search of Man series, we are now in Udagamandalam, that is also called Blue Mountains or Nilgiri Hills. I came here in search of the 5 primitive tribes: Todas, Kotas, Irulas, Paniyas and Kurumbas. These are the 5 tribes inhabiting in this region. Now I have Dr. Partha, who was a director and Tribal Research Institute in Tamil Nadu, and who is staying here since 30 years. I wanted to take his help to identify the tribes where they are inhabiting and to go for the documentation of the film on the primitive tribes of India, which we have spending more than 25 years myself in documenting the ethnographic documents of the primitive tribes of India. Now I am in Ooty, Nilgiri Hills, came all the way from Pondicherry to Coimbatore, from here to here. Now I request Parth Sarthi to take us to the important some place where I can able to have an idea about the distribution of the primitive tribes in Nilgiri Hills.
Yes, pleasure, because I know the contribution of Professor Subramanyam Naidu, also his interest in primitive tribal groups. So he has come from Pondicherry Central University, and this is my responsibility as a co-anthropologist to help him and to also to make him very impactful, effective, nearby to the primitive tribal groups of Nilgiri district.
In continuation of Man in Search of Man series, presently I am in search of Kurumba tribe. I am presently in Western Ghats in search of Kurumbas in Nilgiri Plateau and also in Wayanad district. On the way, I observed plenty of minor forest resources available. Here you can observe the shikakai, different type of roots, tubers which are available in the jungle. So the Kurumbas are inhabiting in the interior villages. The Kurumbas are the descendants of the ancient Kurumba or Pallavas, who were once very powerful throughout the South India. When they were subdued by Chola and Chalukya chiefs around 7th and 8th century AD, they were scattered and went to live in the places where they are found now. The earliest reference to the Kurumba of the Western Ghats and the Wayanad are found in the writings of the Buchan and Dubais at the outset of the 19th century. We have a good number of research works which provides the information on the Kurumba tribe. The Thurston, Rangachari, Rooks Bay, Mandelbaum, Cap, Nurit, Bond and David, Paul Hawkins, P.K. Mishra, and Fear Handoff are some of the scholars who have worked among the Kurumbas and provides good amount of information on the Kurumba tribe. The confusion about what and who the Kurumbas are disappeared in the anthropological accounts of the early 20th century. Reference is simple, which has made the Kurumbas are food gatherers and hunters who are living deep in the jungle. The cultural map of the Nilgiris commonly depicted by anthropologists consists of the 5 tribes such as Todas, Kotas, Irulas, Kurumbas and Paniyas. The Kurumbas who are found in the Wayanad, Calicut and Ernad taluks of Malabar are subdivided into Mulu Kurumbas, Jain Kurumba or Ten Kurumba, also called Kadu or Sholanayakans, that is Jainu, honey cutting lords of the wood, and Urali or Betta Kurumbas, of which the first named class, who consider themselves superior to others, are cultivators and hunters, the second woodcutters and collectors of the honey, and the third make baskets and implements for agriculture. Various 19th century accounts reports that the Kurumbas are dwelling in caves or rock shelters, dispersed dwelling near forest cleanings. The variability in Kurumba's residence is still observable, while today The great majority of the Kurumbas live in substantial huts.
You can see here, for avoiding the cold and breeze.
The huts are randomly positioned in the forest clearing with no apparent pattern, with no central focal place, and usually with their openings facing away from each other. The walls of the huts are woven from strips of flattened bamboo sections. The roofs are thatched and made of grass collected in the forest. The huts vary greatly in their details, a point made by Mr. Noble for the Kurumba's house plans in general. For example, in some of the huts, half of the wall is made of mud, while the rest is made from bamboo. Others are only roofed by palm leaves, and one or two huts are built onto rocks with only one or two walls perhaps added to enclose the living space. Most of the houses which you can observe here, flooring is made with the bamboo splits, which clearly shows that how primitive they are. This is the one bamboo from here to here. They have split it and they have made into pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 7, 14 pieces it came out. Almost it is 14 inches width each bamboo if you open it. So they have made it like a mat. So entire flooring is like a mat, you can see here. On this they will be living. For animals also they are making like such a like of platforms. So here this house may be around 12 by 10 or 15 by 10. So you can see here, you come inside, so you can see here the roof thatched hut. You stop it, it's rooftop. They have made the wooden sticks and the bamboos, and this is the grass which they have been made, and is beautifully thatched, and it is all the four sides. We have two houses for each individuals. One is house. These are some of the modern houses constructed under various schemes provided by the government of India and also state government. In spite of the concrete houses and tiled houses, they are having their own indigenous houses, which you can observe here. By the side of the modern house, they are having their own indigenous house. They like more to live in the indigenous houses, which you can observe here. The indigenous houses wall plastered with mud and cow dung and charcoal paste. The social organization of the Kurumba is based on exogamous lineages and clans which are called as Daivangal. First one is we have 14 clans. Within these 14 clans which have been explained, they won't marry within that 14 clans. They had to go another lineage which is Morai, Mama Morai, Urangal, Mama Morai Urangal, that they have the 9 clans. So these 9 clans belongs to brothers and sisters. They had to marry the other lineage people among the 14 clans. So here the tribe Kurumbas is totally divided into 2 lineages. Again lineages further divided into 2 different clans. So it is an exogamous group. Within the lineages we have different clans. So that is the social organization here, and there is no difference which you have to observe as an anthropologist. Clan names of first lineage are the Ajjan Makku, Kalkin Makku, Pamban Makku, Attal Makku, Yapan Makku, Chogod Makku, Bhutal Makku, Busham Makku, Salkin Makku, Kakar Makku, Godler Makku, Mankel Makku, Yambal Makku. These are the clan names in the first lineage. In the second lineage, we have 9 clans. They are Elmanchal Makku, Nimbal Makku, Terkin Makku, Kalkar Makku, Ultar Makku, Jargal Makku, Manivar Makku, Kijor Makku, and Chinniyar Makku. These are the clans which will be regulating the marriage system. Among the Kurumbas of Kerala, the Kurumbas are divided into 8 exogamous clans which are called as Kulams. These clans are Arumuppan, Devanar, Peradasa, Kartiga, Kurunaga, Sampar, Kuppili, and Velaga. These are the clans which regulates the marriage system. Each clan is an exogamous group. The concept of family has been found exist since time immemorial and at all the levels of the culture. In Kurumba society, father is the head of the family. Descent is patrilineal or agnatic descent. The rule of residence is patrilocal. Traditionally, extended families were common, but nowadays the nuclear families are predominant among the Kurumbas. Neolocal residence is common. After marriage, all sons share the father's property equally, that is, male equigeniture. The Kurumba families with surnames are classified into prescribed and proscribed families for entering into marital alliances. Paying of bride price exists among the Kurumbas. The bride price is called as Paryapanam. They pay in cash, that is 10 rupees 25 paisa will be paid to the bride's mother by the bridegroom parents. So along with the bride price, they will be giving clothes to the bride and betel leaves and betel nuts, and in exchange of this tambulam they call, that the confirms the marriage and fixes the marriage date and day on the day. Apart from arranged marriages, they also follow marriage by elopement. It is called as Daddi Vitu, and marriage by service, which is called Pen Villa. They have also practice of marriage by capture, which presently doesn't exist. A prominent 19th century theme in accounts concern the lack of marriage ceremonies among the Kurumbas and the formation of the marital unions, which principally depend upon the respective choice and consent of both spouses. Grieg, Briggs, Francis wrote about the Kurumbas that after a couple have cohabited for some time, they agree to live together for life. It is observed in the field there are no marriage ceremonies to speak of. Marriages are often merely de facto arrangements whereby the couple starts to live together. Even when this is not the case and some vague suggestions for matches are made, marriages only follows on from the mutual final choice and consent of both spouses. When the bridegroom or the parents of young bride can afford it, a meal may be offered to a small gathering to celebrate the event. Only among little well-to-do families they are performing the marriage ceremonies. They allow senior levirate marriage, that is, when a younger brother dies, the elder brother can marry the deceased man's wife. She is called as a Tambrakan. She performs the deliveries for all the people here, and she is expertized in performing the deliveries. Now she is going to demonstrate how she will be doing the deliveries. Generally, they perform the deliveries in a sitting posture, slightly leaning towards backside, and legs will be opened and kept straight during the time of delivery. Now, the massage she is doing, that is, Kambatka is the expert in doing massage and conducting the deliveries. Here you can see she is using the gingerly oil for doing the massage. Slightly when the child is turned or different posture, she is making the child to come the head down, and she is massaging her in different ways and methods with reciting some mantras. See here, she is reciting some mantras and she is again doing the massage. This is the procedure she has adopted, and it will go on for more than 40 minutes to 1 hour for massaging. Then she can able to know that the child is in a correct direction, that she may come down through the passage. That is what she is telling now. Now I have turned the baby in the right direction, that the head came down and the passage is opened for her, and the baby will be coming through the passage in 1 hour or 2 hours it may take. According to the baby's movements, the delivery will be taking place. Now there is no problem for the baby, and it will be easy delivery for the mother. And she tells that I have given mantras also for the easy delivery. There is no problem. She is telling the umbilical cord will be cut with the bamboo stick, which bamboo, and it will be tied with the cotton cloth. She is explaining that I will tie it with the ash cloth, and she will put, instead of medicine, she will be putting the ashes into the umbilical cord cut place to stop the blood oozing. That is, she is mentioning, as though it is a crude way, but there is no failures, there is no problem in conducting the deliveries. We are happy in the way of performing the deliveries, and also infant mortality and maternity mortality rate also very low.
என்ன செய்வாங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த அடுப்பு இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, நம்ம அடுப்பு எரிக்கும் போது அது இந்த புகை வரும் இல்லைங்களா, சாம்பல் கிடையாது, கருப்பு கருப்பா இருக்கும் இல்லைங்களா, அத நாங்க இக்காதல் பெரியன்னு சொல்லுவோம். இக்காதல் பெரியன்னு அத நல்லா பொடிச்சு போடுவாங்க. அந்த புண்ணு மஞ்சத்தூள் போட்டுக்குவாங்க. அது புண்ணு ஆறிடும். இந்த குழந்தைங்களுக்கு தொப்புள் கொடி அந்த புண்ணு ஆறிடும். அது இல்லாம அப்படி புண்ணு ஆறல அப்படிங்கிற பட்சத்துல இவங்க எல்லாம் படிச்சதுனால எங்க சாமியை சொல்லி நினைச்சு மந்திரம் சொல்லி ஊதுவாங்க. ஊதுனோம்னா அந்த புண்ணு சரியாயிடும்.
Previously, everyone used to conduct the deliveries in the village. By myself, used to do. Nowadays, they are preferring to go for the hospitals for the delivery. Now the trend has changed because of different kind of ailments, different kind of problems which the mother is facing. They prefer to go for hospitals for delivery.
பல நோய் இருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல இருக்கிற பொருள் நம்ம கையில இல்ல. டாக்டர்ஸ் அந்தந்த நேரத்துக்கு எடுத்து பண்ணுவாங்க. அதனாலயே
After the delivery, the mother and baby are confined to the Pvtg, that is secluded house, for 1 month or more. Sometimes mother and baby remain inside the Pvtg for 3 months. Warm water bath is given to the morning and evening. The water bath is repeated by adding leaves of paka and kata plants and tubers of kilira. This tuber kilira is taken out from the boiled water and reused for subsequent baths. The Pvtg is kept warm in cold months throughout by burning wooden logs, and the mother and baby sleeps close to it. The woman after delivery is fed with cooked ragi and curry, vice versa, which is pulicharu, prepared with smashed injuru, that is crab, added with tamarind, pepper, ginger and garlic. The child is given solid food from the 4th month onwards. Staples like korakkali, that is cooked elusina korakkana flour, are given to the child, which is considered easily palatable and good diet. A girl during her first menarche is secluded in a small hut called gumme, erected for the purpose called sate, for 14 days to 30 days. She is assisted by another girl of her age, usually her close friend. She is given special food and care. The puberty ceremony is conducted on the last day. On this day, at about 12 p.m., along with her parental uncle's daughter, or group of 6 to 10 girls move to the nearby stream, and all of them take bath. The girls undergoing menarche after bath is dressed in a new half saree and a blouse. She wears many glass bangles and bindi, blackens her eyelashes. Her head is adorned with arali flowers. The girl's head is then covered with the tip of her half saree. Then all the girls take her back to the hut. Before entering the hut, she is asked to take off the saree from her head. The girl and the maternal uncle daughter and the relatives of her own age group is made to sit face each other on either side of the served food. When the girl takes a morsel of food from the plate, the uncle's daughter pushes her hand so that the morsel of the food falls down. Likewise, when the other girl takes food, she too resists. This act is repeated. Then the uncle's daughter gives her a morsel which she eats. Then all start eating. The hamlet people also invited or given a feast. This is an important function. It is also called Umma Kalyanam. The death is informed by the Uru Muppan, who is also called head of the village, through the Kuruttalai to all the people in the village and also outsiders. They dispose the dead body only on the second day. All the clan members who visit the death, they should bring a white cloth of 4 meters to give the dead body, and it will be kept near the head of the dead body, and it will be disposed along with the dead body. After disposing the dead body, the cloth will be given to the clan members.
So symbolically, when they are attending for the death ceremony, they had to remove the shirt. Without shirt, they had to come. That it symbolizes that there is a death has happened in that village. So that is the mark for the death, knowing that is somebody has died. And all the for the death corpse, they will be giving a sacred bath. The sacred for male, if it is a female death, all the females they will be giving a sacred bath by giving a that is turmeric water pouring on the dead body. If it is a male body, then only the male people will be giving the bath for the male corpse. இப்போ டெத் பிற்பாடு இதெல்லாம் குளிப்பாட்டுறீங்க, எல்லாம் செய்றீங்க, அதுல பாடம் மேல வைக்கிறீங்களா?
யாரும் பார்க்க கூடாது,
வெளியே எந்த வேற
எல்லாம் வந்து பார்க்கணும் குளிப்பாட்ட முன்ன.
அப்புறம் நாங்க அது குளிப்பாட்ட கொண்டு போற டைம்ல யாரையும் பார்க்க விட மாட்டோம்,
வேற ஜாதி யாருமே. So here it is a very important thing which you observed here. Before giving sacred bath, other caste people, those who wanted to see, they can see. Not allowed. Only their Kurumba tribes, that is, they are only allowed to see the dead body and to carry the dead body to the burial ground.
The Kurumba bury the corpse. The burial is done in the common burial ground of the hamlet called Chodalai. The Kurumba perform dance around the corpse. They believe that the deceased man's soul is not satiated with dance and merrymaking. Hence it will be wandering in the hamlet, and while the assembling dances, the soul also dance along with them. The dance continues non-stop till the corpse is taken to the Chodolai. Hamlet people, kins, visit irrespective of sex, participate in it. The Urumuppan and the Kuruttalai supervises the burial rites. A stone is placed marking the head portion of the burial pit. This is to identify the burial pit in order to collect the clavicle of the buried for the performing the post-burial rites such as Pachachavu, which is performed individually for each dead soul. Cheru is the final ceremony. Since these ceremonies are expensive, the Kurumba performs these ceremonies, Pachachavu and Cheru, together. Kurumbas are food gatherers and hunters. Still they live for the subsistence economy in the forest and forest produce. Many of them are having shifty cultivation also as a substance of economy. The Kurumba sets traps and snares for birds, mammals and fish, and gather wild foodstuffs in the jungle. From there they bring tubers, leafy vegetables, fruits, medicinal herbs and roots, honey, beeswax, resin, wines and timber. This is the tapioca which you are observing here. They boil the tapioca and they cut into pieces and they dry it. After drying, they preserve it in a mud pot, and it will be used during rainy season when the food is not available. Again reboil and they will eat this tapioca. This is the way of living among the Kurumbas. Their traditional crops still they are growing are common Italian and little millets, yams, maize, as well as numerous vegetables and spice plants, and plantains, jackfruits, mango and orange. In their settlement may be found a few poultry, goats, and occasionally buffaloes. But although this may seems to offer a varied enough diet and even a few saleable items, the persistent deforestation of the territory has in fact made it necessary for most people to work on tea plantation for daily wages. There is the tuber called elephant kotia. For preservation, they will dip this tuber into the cow dung paste and they will dry it. This is one of the fungus which is available plenty in the jungle. It is called kalpash. This kalpash, it is a commercial product. They will be selling into the market for dyeing and baking industry. This is the main source of for many of the Kurumbas who are inhabiting in the Wayanad region of Kerala.
In the fields, and you can see this is the Manal. They call it as a Manal. You can see the Wayanad turmeric is the famous for its color. You can see this color. It's a quality, number one quality in the world. It is available as a turmeric. So this collection they will sell it in the market for commercial purposes. Also they are using. Manal is called as a Manal. Manya. This is yellow. This is used for both for cosmetics and also for food curry preparation purposes. Now we have the ginger, which is collected from the jungle. This is having a highly commercial purpose. Inj. It is called as inj, and they are both men and women will go for collection of the inj, which will be used for preparation of the food items, and it is soaked in the cow dung. You can see here, it is soaked in the cow dung for preservative purposes. So they can preserve for how long? They can preserve for this one?
For a year also.
For a year. They can preserve.
A part of it is used for planting.
For plantation also they will use, and they will preserve for indigenous methodology, soaking in the cow dung.
See, both turmeric and ginger are used as medicine also.
So both turmeric and this are used for medicine also, and you can see here this also they can preserve for 1 year. See, this is totally soaked in the cow dung, and it will preserve for a long period for 1 year for their own food purposes. So kilo they sell it for the rate of 30 rupees per kilo. In society, black market.
Market.
So the black is called as a market. They will sell it in the market, this inji.
Few Kurumbas are having pepper plantation. Some of them are having 100 to 150 plants. So each plant, it will be giving an average 1 kilo pepper for a year. The entire family participates in collection of this pepper, and it will be dried and they will sell it in the local market. This is one of the commercial product for the Kurumbas. Music and dance plays an important part in Kurumba annual celebrations, and for that purpose there are drums and flutes in the community. The drums and the flutes appear to be similar to those of local other tribals. The Kurumba sing a good many types of songs appropriate to different occasions. They sing lullabies to put the child to sleep, elegies during bereavements, gent poems while collecting honey, and songs of love when in a jubilant mood. They also play various kinds of trumpets and drums, all made from local materials such as bamboo, wood, grass, and animal skin.
Pumaleta Sayaro Raja Sayaro Raja Sayaro Raja Pumaleta Ayayaro Raja Ayayaro Raja Ayayaro Raja Pumaleta.
That's all. Cotton dance is called as Narathiyatam. So they are the famous dance and with the songs. Both men and will be playing these. Men will play the instruments and women will be dancing. Nowadays the children also, boys also playing according to the tune of the music. Now we have different instruments for using. This one. Idin ಹೆಸರೇನು? This is called as palal. Kodu. This is called palal. And this is ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಮರ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಕರಿಯ. He is specialized in mara beating. Yes. ಕರಿಯ. ಮಾಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕರಿಯ. So, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇಂತಮ್ಮ? ತಂಬಟ್ಟೆ. This name is called tambatta. It is made up of iron and also leather. Leather with strings of leather strings. Leather strings. You can beat. Okay. Now we have ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನ್ರಿ? ಮಹಾದೇವ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಮಹಾದೇವ. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇನು? Davalu. This name is Davalu, and you can see here this is made up of leather, and it is the wood, and it is strings are wooden strings, and he is specialized in Davalu. Mado, ನೋಡೋಣ. It's a rhythmic way of tuning which he is playing. Davalu. Come. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನು?
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಅಮನಿ.
Her name is Amani. She is specialized in singing the songs.
ಸಿದಗಲೆ ಹೊಳೆಗಾಶ ಕರೆ ನೋಡು ಬಾರ ಸಿದಗಲೆ ಹೊಳೆಗಾಶ ಕರೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬಾರ ಸಿದಗಲೆ ಹೊಳೆಗಾಶ ಕರೆ ನೋಡು ಬಾರ.
Okay, this is the music team. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನ್ರಿ?
ಕುಳ್ಳಿ.
Her name is Kulli. She is also specialized in singing the songs. Kulli,
ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೂಡಿ ಕಾಮಟಿಗೆ ಲೋ 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 ಕಾಮಟಿಗೆ ಎತ್ತಿ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೂಡಿ ಕಾಮಟಿಗೆ.
Now we are going to have the music and dance of the Cartmichael.
The earlier anthropological literature and Kurumba shows that among the tribes of South India, the Kurumba are known for their magic and sorcery practices. The research has revealed that Kurumba perform magical acts such as Odivakkal, in which the magician and mercenary spirits or demons to harm or create trouble to others. The mercenary spirits may assume the shape of a cat, dog, or in the form of a wind. The man who undertakes the magical act is called as Odikkaran. When undue calamities occur to an individual, he or she suspects Odivakkal as a warding off measures. The suspected victim approaches Mannukkaran or a Pujari to divine the cause for melodies and take appropriate magical remedies. Fellow Kurumbas and other tribes of Attapadi in Kerala dread the sorcery practices of the Kurumbar. Mayavekkal, in the major sorcery practice, the practitioner is called as Mayakkaran. The Mayakkaran is proficient in magical spell and the preparation of Mayi. The Mayi is prepared from the poisonous objects such as cobra venom, tongue of a tiger, and a poisonous plant material. This mixture is deadly poisonous. In accordance with the nature of administration, the Mayi can be classified into two, Chundu Mayi and Tara Mayi. The Chundu Mayi is administered by spilling a few drops of Mayi over the victim without his knowledge. Since the object administered is deadly poisonous, there occur body collapse and even death. Similarly, Tara Mayi is administered to the adversaries by placing thorns immersed in Mayi solution on the footpaths where the adversary often moves. Once the Mayi enters the body, the victims start suffering from unhealing wound, odema all over the body, and even succumb to the sufferings. When they suspected about the Mayi call, the victim relatives immediately approach the Vaidhyakaran for counter magical measures. The Kurumbar are sure that certain well-known Vaidhyakaran or herbalists are capable to take remedial measures and effect total cure. The Kurumba worships Hindu gods and goddesses. Lord Shiva, that is, Malleswaran, is their principal god. Each hamlet has a small shrine where the gods' images are framed, color photos are installed. There may be a Kurumbar, usually Urumuppan or Mannukkaran, as the official priest.
They are worshipping apart from their own gods. They are worshipping. What are the problems, especially the females are facing in this community? Especially, I came to know that divorce rate is very high, and also widow, that is, the death rate is very high among the men. So now we wanted to discuss on these issues, two issues mainly, with Ms. Kumari. Amma, we have came to know that divorce rate is very high. எதுக்காக டைவர்ஸ் ரேட் அதிகமாக இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா?
என்ன விஷயம் அப்படின்னா, இப்போ ஆண்கள் அப்படின்னு எடுத்துட்டோம்னா அவங்க வந்து வேலைக்கு போவாங்க. அந்த வேலைக்கு போயிட்டு வந்து அந்த ஊதியம் கிடைக்கிறது அன்னைக்கு நைட்டே சாராயம் குடிச்சிடுவாங்க. சரியான முறையில வந்து குழந்தைங்களுக்கோ சம்சாரத்துக்கோ கொண்டு கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. அப்படி இருந்துட்டு வெளியில வேலைக்கு போனாலும் அப்படிதான், அந்த சுத்து வட்டாரத்துல வேலைக்கு கூட்டிட்டு போறவங்களும் அப்படிதான். இவங்களுக்கு தேவை என்ன, அவங்க குடும்பத்துக்கு நல்லது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சு வந்து அவங்க பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. சாயந்தரம் ஆனமன்னா அவங்களுக்கு சாராயம் வாங்கி கொடுப்பாங்க, ஊதியம் வந்து கம்மியா கொடுத்துருவாங்க. இவங்களுக்கு இதுதான் தேவை அப்படின்னு அது கேட்டோம்னா, வீட்டுல உள்ள பொம்பளைங்க போய் கேட்டோம்னா வீட்டுக்காரங்களுக்கும் அந்த அம்மாவுக்கும் சண்டை வரும். எவ்வளவு பெண்கள் வந்து இதை தாங்கிக்க முடியும்? இல்ல அப்படி இருந்தோம்னா அது வந்து வெளிப்படைய வந்து நீங்க இப்படி இருக்காதீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்ற பட்சத்துல வந்து நீ என்னத்துக்கு சொல்றது, நாம பிரிஞ்சிடலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு ஈஸி அந்த ஒரு வார்த்தையில வந்து சொல்லிட்டு வந்து என் குழந்தைங்களை கொடு அப்படின்ட்டு குழந்தைங்களை எடுத்துட்டு அந்த பெண்ணை வந்து அனாதையே விட்டுட்டு போற எத்தனையோ ஆம்பளைங்க வந்து இருக்கிறாங்க. அப்படியே இருந்து பாதி பேர் என்ன செய்யறாங்க, இதே ஒரு குடும்பத்திலே இருந்து இப்படி எல்லாம் இருக்காதீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியே இருந்தவன நான் செத்து போயிடுறேன் அப்படின்ட்டு ஈஸியா தூக்கு போட்டு செத்துக்கிறாங்க, விஷம் குடிச்சு செத்துக்கிறாங்க. ஆம்பளைங்க அதிகமா சாகுறாங்க. இப்ப இந்த சூசைட் அதிகமா. இப்ப இவங்க வீட்டுல பாருங்க, இவங்க 5 பசங்களை வச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. இந்த அம்மா வச்சுட்டும் ஆனாலும் இவங்கதான் அவருக்கும் சேர்த்து சம்பாதிச்சு குடுத்துட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஒரு டைம் என்ன பண்ணினாங்க, இவங்க ஹஸ்பண்ட் வீட்டை அப்படியே கொளுத்திட்டாரு. வீட்டை கொளுத்தி அப்படியே நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். இவங்க சம்பாதிச்சு கொடுத்தும் இருந்தும் எல்லாமே இவங்களோட சம்பாதிச்சு சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருந்துட்டு ஒரு நாள் அவரு அவராவே தூக்கு போட்டு செத்துட்டாரு. இந்த மாதிரிதான் நிறைய விஷயங்கள். பிரியதுக்கு சின்ன காரணம் தான் இருக்கும். நாம ஏன் பிறந்தோம், நாம ஏன் வாழணும், வாழ்ந்து பார்க்கலாமே, நம்மளுக்கு 4 குழந்தைங்க ஆச்சு, அவங்கள நல்லபடியா மின்னுக்கு கொண்டாடணும் அப்படிங்கறது யோசிக்கிறது கிடையாது ஆண்கள். அது பெண்கள் கொஞ்சமாச்சு யோசிக்கிறாங்க. அட்லீஸ்ட் படிக்க வைக்க முடியல அப்படின்னாலும் கூட ஒரு அளவுக்கு வளர்ற வரைக்கும் அவங்களுக்கு கஞ்சி ஊத்தணுமே அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக பெண்கள் கஷ்டப்படுறாங்க. ஆனா ஆண்கள் அப்படி கிடையாது. நிறைய வீட்டுல ஆண்கள் கிடையாது.
டைவர்ஸ் ஆகுது இல்லையா? டைவர்ஸ் ஆன பசங்க யார்கிட்ட போவோம்? அப்பா கிட்ட போகணுமா, அம்மா கிட்ட? உங்க ட்ரெடிஷனல் ரூல்
அப்பா கிட்டதான் அவங்க வளரணும், அப்பா கிட்டதான் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு எங்க கலாச்சாரத்துல பெரியவங்க அது இது பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. சின்ன குழந்தையா இருந்தாலும் கூடி பாவம் பார்க்காம அந்த தாய்கிட்ட இருந்து பிரிச்சுட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. அத அவங்க அப்பாவுங்க வீட்டுலதான் வளர்க்குறாங்க. அந்த புள்ள நல்லபடியா வளருதா அப்படிங்கறத பத்தி கிடையாது அவங்களுக்கு.
If the divorce takes place, the children will be going along with the men only. Women won't get the children. Only the breastfeeding children will be with the mother. Once the breastfeeding is over, the child is given to the father. Both husband and wife can divorce. They have the right. Our cultural traditions allow us to divorce. And also the widow and widow remarriage is allowed. Once a man want to marry a widow, it is allowed. And the same way widower can also marry a widower or a unmarried person. It is freely allowed in our society. On questioning how we can solve the problem of divorce and suicide, she mentions that education is one of the important one. That education can able to bring lot of changes among the Kurumba society. It is education that improves the economic conditions and also creates an awareness among the men that they have to live with family and family has to be taken care of by men. That is the only solution which you can able to solve the problem.
எங்க பிரச்சனை தீர்க்கறதுக்காக கண்டிப்பா நாம இங்க ஒரு ஹெல்த் கேர் கண்டிப்பா தேவை இருக்குது. ஒரு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் வேணும் கண்டிப்பா.
இங்க தேவைப்படுது. He is requesting that he needs a hospital in this region for these Kurumbas. As though Accord is helping them, there is no health provision for these people. They had to go for Gudalur, which is away from government hospital, which is away more than 15 to 20 kilometers, which is it is not at all possible. In this region there is a need for hospital. Yes, he is correct that there is more than 5 groups of Kurumba tribes are involved in here. Beta Kurumba. All 5 groups.
Beta Kurumba, Katanayakar,
Irlar, Mudal Kurumba. So these people are inhabiting. There is no hospital. So, as though the government of India is providing huge amount of money, where they're siphoning, where it is going, we don't know. But there is no basic provision for these people, hospital provision, which should be made. I present it to the policy makers, government of India and also the Tamil Nadu, the people who are the policy makers. I request that immediately they should take up to construction of a hospital in this region for these people.
Electricity is one of the major problems which we are facing. As though the electricity department people has promised us that they will be providing electricity. Even after 4-5 years, we are not able to get the electricity. We are facing the problem of getting the electricity. We are spending our nights in dark. So, I request that we need the electricity for our villages.
வன உரிமை சட்டம் அமுல்படுத்தணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு கம்ப்ளீட் போட்டுருக்கு சார். எல்லா கிராமத்துடைய பொதுவா இந்த 2 தாலுக்குடைய
So this is the document which they have requested. Vanaurima Sattathukku they have submitted to Grama Sabha list.
ஸ்லோ இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இன்னும் அது கிளியர் பண்ணணும்.
Total number of villages எத்தனை வருதுங்க இதுல?
பாருங்க அதுல பார்த்த போதுங்க சார். அதுல 29 கிராமம் இது போட்டுக்கிறோம்.
29 வருது. 29 கிராமம் Sabhas. So here we have 29 Grama Sabhas and 310 Gramangal. So all these people request, they need the land according to the forest policy. So which has been not yet implemented, as though it has been passed since last 7 years back. It has not even implemented. That is the pathetic condition where the people are living here. So it is requested to the government of India and the state government people to look into the affairs. Not only in these affairs, I have travelled Jharkhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Tripura, Manipur, Andhra Pradesh, Andaman Islands, and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala. None of the tribes, nowhere among the 75 tribes, the forestry policy has been implemented. So it is necessary that forestry policy, only on record it is there, but practically it has been not implemented. That is the pathetic condition in India. We request the Prime Minister and the President of India to look into these affairs. What is happening for the forest policy? Whether it should be only on the record or it should go to the people. It has to be decided by the people of India and also the policy makers and the parliamentarians who has passed this resolution for the implementation of these things. We can see here, entire Nilgiris, there is no forest policy implementation. Not only here, even I think we have seen the previous episodes of my Man in Search of Man series. It has been not given the policies. Wood for firewood and also for the death ceremonies performance, they are going to the forest. So totally it has been stopped because of the forest people. Now the forest policy they wanted to implement. The government. So he is claiming they are not even bothered to implement the forest policies. And some of the developmental schemes which has been taken up here, it is not worthy. Because in the name of development, they have constructed the house you can see here, which has been constructed for 80,000 rupees for the last year. Now it has been cracked and entire water is coming inside the house. That is what it is not worth for construction of these type of houses. Instead of this, they can allow us to go to the forest, get the bamboo and the ropes from them and also the grass, so that we can make our own indigenous thatched huts. They are far better than this type of constructed house. That is what many of these people are claiming. Wood they have made, this is the kacha wood, so it has bent. Only few, I think it is not at all a house. 4 walls with a zinc sheet, that's all. Which you can observe here. The Kurumbas are biologically, genetically, culturally a distinct population. It is the duty of every citizen of India to save these aborigines. If you are not going to save these aborigines, they may extinct from the planet very soon.
Lale lale puatare, lale mara marandale luatare, lale lale luatare, mette mara marandale luatare, lale lale luatare. Sikatata bidai tale kakadamayarge nodale. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕರಳ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ತೋಟ ಬಿದ್ದೈತಲೆ ಕಕದ ಮಯಾಲನ ನೋಡಲೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕರಳ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ತೋಟ ಬಿದೆ ತೊಲೆ ಕಕ್ಕದ ಮಯಾಲಂತೆ ನೋಡಲೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬವಾಲು ಮಲೆಗಲ ತಲಿಪದ ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬವಾಲು ತಿರುಕೇಳ ನೀರ ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬವಾಲು ಮಲೆಗಲ ತಲಿಪದ ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬವಾಲು ತಿರುಕೇಳ ನೀರ ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬವಾಲು ಕೇಳ ನೀರ ಪಡ್ಡೆ
This is the only digital research channel in India producing the documentary ethnographic films on the endangered human populations and ethnic cultures of India. So subscribe this channel to know more about the endangered human population and